Okay, guys, welcome to our team freestyle today, our team freestyle boss babes training. Normally this is a training I hold just for my smaller team, but I really wanted to open it up today because I know that Beck has some amazing wisdom to share, and I'm not going to talk too much and get in her way because I don't want to waste time. But one thing I did want to share with you guys before we get started, we're really going to be talking about customer care. And if you guys were on training last night and you have other questions that you want to ask Beck along the way, pop them in the chat and she can keep an eye on that and answer your questions as she goes. For my own journey, when I look back on that, two of my strongest team members today, my two strongest business partners in this business, Jackie and Erin, both started out as customers. And I just loved on them. And it actually wasn't anything groundbreaking that I did. And in fact, I wasn't sending out customer care packages too. And I think sometimes we can get stuck in doing the packages because they're fun. And, you know, especially if you're a gift giver, it's really fun to put together. But I think even more meaningful than that is that your customers know that you care and they know that you are there for them if they have questions, and they don't feel like just another number that have been sold into a program. Most online programs, you are literally a number, and if you fall off the wagon, there is no one reaching out to you. There's just automated emails, but no real person who is checking in to make sure that you're okay. And I think that's the real difference that we can add here with our program and with our customer service. And with Jackie and Erin, they got such amazing results. And as I said, I certainly wasn't doing anything groundbreaking. I just touched in with them time to time. And that kept them accountable. They got amazing results and they ended up asking me if there's a business behind this. So at that stage, I wasn't even sure how to reach out. I was so new to the business. I wasn't really owning it yet. And they reached out to me and said, wow, I really want to share this with my friends and my family. Is there a business behind this? So don't underestimate the importance of customer care. And the other side of it is I literally still have customers today who I had at the beginning. One of my customers, Vicky, I've shared this with you guys before. She's had a Juice Plus baby and he's one now, and she's been with me for about 2 years now, and she checks in with me all the time. Can you just send me some more shakes? And she will never go off the product because she really believes that the product and program helped her fall pregnant. And so when you have those Juice Plus raving fans, I know, and we've certainly chatted about it already, that there is real potential of her joining the team down the track when she's out of mummy mayhem. So it's really amazing what great customer service can do for your business. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Beck because she's got some really amazing tips. And it's really great to plug into different leaders and see what they're doing so that you can find something that really works for you. But I know that Beck has incredible customer retention in her team as well, despite how quickly it's growing. And usually those things don't go together. And it's something that head office has pointed out several times in my business in particular, that the momentum hasn't compromised the customer retention. And that's so important. It's that analogy of you've got that bathtub and it's filling up with water, it's filling up with leads and new team and new customers. But if the plug is out and they're going out the other end, you're never really going to get anywhere. You're never really going to maximize that momentum. So with that, we so appreciate you today, Beck. And I will let you just go for it. And unless there's something I want to add to it and I chime in, I'm just going to let you run with it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And thanks so much for having me on today. And I'm really excited to connect with all of you today. And hopefully I can give you some insight. And if you have any questions, as Kira said earlier, please put them in the chat box and I'll try and answer them as we go, if not at the end. I think customer retention is so, so important. I don't have a huge customer base, so it's not like some of my team have huge amounts of customers, and that's great. But my business isn't solely built around that, so I don't want you guys thinking that either. So it doesn't matter if you only have 15, 30, 50, it doesn't matter the number of customers that you have. It's how you support those customers. And I did mention on training last night, we want to look at them as a client. We don't want to look at them as another number in our business or another customer or another point system or anything like that. We really have a job here to help change people's lives. It's not about, we are creating a business, but we've come into this because we are passionate about helping others and we are wanting to create change in people's lives. And I'm sure you all come from that place, whether you feel like that some days you're on a hunt trying to find numbers or trying to qualify because you need more orders. And that's great because that's what business is all about. But we really need to make sure we come from a place of genuine care and love on people, because I think the more you show that, the more people are actually attracted to working with you. So I hope that I can help you with some customer care stuff. I am going to, Kira, can I share my screen or?
I'll make you host so that you can.
Okay. I think I've got it down there. It might work. I'll try it.
Well, actually, I think you can. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. So I guess the first thing for you guys to do is work out what you are in this business. So you're not a Juice Plus distributor. Yes, you sell product and you have this program that you do have to sell, I guess, in some sense. But are you a wellness advocate, a wellness coach, a health coach? Like, what is your title? And create a cool name like Health Keeper. I've got a few notes here to go with you guys. Wellness Coordinator, Life and Health Guidance, Master Keeper, Dream Keeper. You know, there's so many awesome different titles that you guys can be. So make sure you find what fits with you. And again, like, be authentic in this business. It is so powerful when you're authentic, because people can see through things that aren't your truth. And when you actually live your truth, if you believe in visions and the law of attraction and the universe and the power of that, when you're being authentic, you will attract more of that into your life. And you want to work with people that you love working with. You don't want to just work with everybody. Yes, we feel like we need to go out and find that, but think about the client that you want to work with. And this is something I teach a lot of my girls as well and my team, is figure out who you want to help. We can't help everybody. We're not, fit to do that. You might have had we've all had our own journeys and stories. So maybe you've had a really tough time with body image or, eating disorders, or you've got a background in fitness, whatever it might be. Those are the people you want to work with. You want to attract those people into your life. So figure out what that is, create your identity, and then start attracting those people. So maybe you'll start creating posts around more fitness people. Maybe you want to help mums that, are so busy that they don't have time to, create healthy meals, or they don't know how to. So you want to really work with those people. Maybe you want to work with fitness people, but not the ones that are, into bodybuilding and all that sort of stuff. They're just into keeping healthy and fit and want to learn a little bit more about how they can include whole foods in their life. So finding your identity, finding the kind of client or the type of client that you want to work with, and really attracting and visualizing that, I really think helps people there. And find what is your purpose. Like, why do you do this? Yes, we want to do this for financial reasons. We all are in this business for that reason as well. But I guess it's about, do you want to motivate people, inspire people? Do you want to share your story around how you've enjoyed this product or what it's done to your life? So finding that, because I feel like when you really know who you're trying to attract, that is a much easier way to attract that into your life. So once you figure out who your identity is, then we get our customers on board, or our clients. So that's another thing I'll touch on as well. Stop calling your customers. Start calling them clients. They are a number, they are a customer in your business, but they're a client. They're someone you're taking care of. A client is more likely to stay on board longer than a customer is, in some sense, I think. I think they have a very different feel to them. So start calling them a client. And then once you get your client on board, you want to create interaction. So you will get their order details and all that sort of stuff. And then this is what I teach my team and what I do. I send them an email. I get their email address. I think it's much more personal when it comes to business, sending them an email and checking with them. If they don't use email, totally fine, use Facebook or maybe even send them a text, whatever you want to do there. And I send them a little blurb. So this is obviously relevant to myself because I am a health coach. But again, this is where your identity comes in. Maybe you'll call yourself a wellness advocate or, whatever it is that you wanted to. So I would send them a little email that says, hey, congratulations on taking a big leap forward on your health and wellness journey. Your delicious, juicy products are on their way. And as a health coach, I'm so genuinely passionate about supporting clients to make step-by-step changes to their food and their lifestyle so that they permanently can reach those goals and create long-term sustainable results. So to make sure all my clients or customers get off to a strong start, I love doing health consults or wellness calls or whatever it is that you guys want to call it within the first week. So here is the attached health questionnaire that I would love for you to fill out and send it back to me prior to our first session. Let's organize a time that best suits you. I have a bunch of times available. This week I could do Thursday morning or Friday afternoon, whatever it is that suits you. So that would be the first step. So I don't know if you guys connect with your customers as soon as they've, ordered their product. If you just put their order through and say, hey, I've just ordered your product for you, it should be on the way soon, and then let them go, that's your first step to change, because you want to make them feel like they're part of something. Yeah, I can definitely, Brooke, I can put that verbiage in Freestyle. I just say make it authentic to you and make it sit well with who you are and what your identity is. And I'll send that through so you guys can use that. And send that off, because I actually include in the Juicy Body Transformation program, or package as I like to call it, is that you get a monthly session with me. So you guys can say that. You get monthly accountability with me, whatever it is that you guys want to say. If you're becoming an identity and creating a business that is a wellness coach or a wellness advocate, then you get a wellness session once a month for free. That is amazing. Like, that's an added bonus. You're not only getting this incredible program that Kira put together, you're also getting an incredible product, that nutritional support that backs that program, but you're also going to get a free accountability session. Like, that is powerful. Not many people get the chance to just talk about themselves for half an hour on the phone, or, have someone just listen to what they're going through, because essentially that's all you need to do on these calls, which I will cover that questionnaire in a minute. But it is definitely the best starting point, because that means, like, hey, you're going to be included on this awesome online program. You get full access to that. You'll get this nutritional support that backs it, and you get to check in with me once a month. And yeah, I understand that people are busy and that it's hard to fit in these sorts of things, but literally it's like a 20-minute phone call. And if this is a business that is a priority to you and you want to treat it like a business, then you will do the work and you'll find this time to do it. Maybe you'll do it on a Saturday morning, for a couple of hours once a month. Maybe you'll do it at nighttime. Whatever works for you guys, find that slot. So I'll put it in my diary when I have the call, and then in a month's time again, I'll put another note in there at the same date, and I will be able to check in with that customer and say, hey, it's that time of the month again. When suits you this week to have that call?
And I just want to add to that, because some people might be thinking, oh, it's so time consuming and is it worth it? First of all, the emotional revenue that comes with that connection. And remember, these people end up becoming raving fans because of the time you've invested in them. And so they stay on long term, and it's easier to keep a customer than it is to get a new one. But the other side of it, if I work out my hourly rate now, I'm getting paid more per hour than I used to get paid for a 40-hour work week. So when you treat this like a real business and you understand the long-term vision of where you're going, you are far and truly going to get paid for your time that you spend today down the track. And it will definitely even out and reward you even more so, the energy that you put in with people.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think people refer you because you're doing a great job. You're showing so much more. And I mean, a lot of you are saying this is such a great idea and great advice. So you're obviously not already doing this. So imagine when you start implementing this into your business, if it's already amazing, how much more amazing it's going to be, and how much more support you can offer, and how hard is it really to pick up the phone and call someone. And this business is all about relationship building, and it is from all angles. And I think this is definitely a way to create that. And trust me, once you do one or two of these calls, it just becomes second nature. It's so easy. This person is scared to talk to you as well. You're both in the same boat. If anything, you're more, knowledgeable and well-informed than they are. So you are superior to them if you want to look at it like that. But you're both just people having an interaction. They've obviously come to you because they need help, or they see, benefits in this program for their life. So find out what they are and work with them on it. We all know that we need to drink more water. We all know that the Juicy Body Transformation, is an amazing program. And if you don't know that inside out, then you can't help people. So learn that program and then just jump on a call and talk to them about the program if you're, not sure of what other advice to give people, because you don't have to be an expert. Just run with the program. It's all in there.
And if they ask you a question that you don't know, so that's a great question. I don't know. I'm going to go find that out. Don't feel like, oh, I need to be this expert. Just share, oh, I made this recipe last week and my whole family loved it. Maybe try that. Just share your own experience. Don't make claims or try and coach someone out of your realm of knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been studying for years and been in this industry a really long time. And believe me, I don't know everything. We don't know everything about everything. So I often say to my client, you know what? I'm not too sure about that. Can I take that note down and I'll get back to you as soon as possible? They will love that you're going to go and find out some information for them. So if you don't know, yes, just like Kira said, just say you don't know. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't know everything about everything. So very important there. So it's just about picking up the phone, and the questionnaire I put together, and you guys can work around this and create your own. I'm going to show you it in a moment. Is just pretty much about what the Juice Plus products actually do for the body and the changes that we tend to see with the products. So there's simple things like digestion and sleep and all those sorts of things. We can ask people how they sleep. And if they don't sleep well, you can talk about that. Like, they can share why. And it's just a real good, I guess, when you first do this questionnaire, when you call them in a month's time, you say, oh, when we first spoke, because you'll have the form, I keep them in Neale folders, nothing exciting. I just take scribble notes when I'm on the phone to them, and I can just pick that up and check back to what they were when they started. And so you might go, oh, when we first started, you said your energy was only 5 out of 10, but now it's like 8 out of 10. That's incredible. So what are you doing that's different? Like, it's very simple. You just have to ask questions and allow them to chat to you. And like you said, if you don't, you can just say, hey, what recipes have you tried this month? Last time we talked, you were going to try out this smoothie every day. Or, there's so many things you can talk to them about. You don't need to be all serious and ask them health questions and stuff like that. Obviously, that's what I do because I've done the training and I choose to do that and put more time into that. I'll share the questionnaire with you guys. I'm just going to find it. Okay. Let me see that there. Can you see that, guys? All right. Yeah. Kira, can you see that?
Perfect.
Awesome. So obviously, because I am a qualified coach and nutritionist and whatever, I do have other stuff on there. This stuff is irrelevant. You don't need to worry about that. You can have your own. This doesn't have to be there or anything like that. So just excuse that. So your name, date of birth, real basic stuff. What is the best way to contact you? Because some people don't like phone calls. Some people like emails. And then you can just check in once a month on email. Weight and height. This is just a good starting point for people so you can see how much they change over the time. I know one of my clients who has turned into a teamie. She was on board for about 5 months as a customer. She lost 8 kilos on the shred. So that was really cool to check back on. Top 3 fitness goals. This is something I put in there as a personal trainer, but it's also just a chance for them to, I guess, have a look at what they're doing and where they could improve on. Maybe they're doing no exercise and they can include walks. And then we'll go into things like sleep, immune system, energy, because those, as I'm sure you're all aware, are things that Juice Plus helps with. So of course we want to know what they're like when they first join us on the program, because in a couple of months' time, when you check in with them again, they're going to be like, oh, my energy is so much better now. And, you can really go, oh, when you started, you said your energy wasn't that great. How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? See, these sorts of questions are obviously what I use for myself personally. So if there are things that you don't feel comfortable using, change them. They don't have to be there. Digestive issues, me personally had a lot of problems with that before I took Juice Plus, so that is a great one in there for me to ask. We all know we should be drinking more water. I'm just going to, I've got that there. Meal prep, because then, the program is all about creating healthy meals. Typical food, they can just write that down if they want to. Alcohol, soft drink, coffee, dietary habits they'd like to change, just some short-term, long-term goals. And what are you willing to change in your life to achieve these? And anything else you'd like to share? This just gets people thinking that they're actually part of something that's going to change their life. And it is, they're going to be able to do big things with this program. So it's a real thing, and it gets them thinking about it as well. And then you touch in with them again, because I think I mentioned this last night, we forget how bad we used to feel when we feel good. And this is a great chance to really put down how bad they actually feel when they first come into the program, or what health conditions they have, or why they joined Juice Plus. We all ask that question, what's got you interested? They're interested because they're not feeling great for whatever reason, and you're about to find that out. I'm just going to come out of there. Awesome. I'm just reading some of those comments. Cool. Yeah, so you guys can create your own, like get really curious and ask different questions. What do you want to help people with? What do you want to know? I've got some questions here I've written down. You guys could say, what would your life look like when you finally reach your goal of, because you could ask them, what are your three, if you don't want to do the questionnaire I've done, maybe you'll do a questionnaire that's just, what are your top 3 health goals? What would you like to see change the most by being in this program? Like, keep it really simple. And then you can say, what would it feel like when you reach this goal? What would your life look like? How would you feel? How would your, surroundings change? What would it mean to you if that happened? Tell me, what are you currently doing to reduce whatever they're doing or improve that area that they're talking about? What do you think the next step should be for yourself? So when you're coaching, and this is very much a health coach thing, we don't really tell people what to do. We kind of prompt people to find the answers for themselves. So you can ask them, once they say, these are the 3 things I want to change, you say, what do you think the next step in your life should be to create those change? And they'll go, oh, you know what? I really think I need to start walking more often, or I need to drink more water. And so they are finding the answers for themselves. I'll just stop there. Kira, did you have anything to share there, or anyone have any questions?
I'm just writing down heaps of things as you're going to recap. But I just want to pull out one thing, that the questionnaire can really help customers see that this is a real comprehensive program, and it can easily kind of get brushed over. Oh, and there's this JBT program, I'll put you in the group, but they're not really plugged into it properly. And when you take the time to do a questionnaire like this, and you touch on all the ways that they may not be feeling great, and you have a chance to share about the program, and what I like to do is make it very, very clear that what you put in is what you're going to get out of this. Juice Plus is not a magic pill and everything's taken care of. Read through the program, set your goals, get an understanding for where you're at currently, and bring out a vision and an understanding of where they want to be. And that vision will give them enough pleasure to want to move away from the pain of where they're at. And that will get them inspired to actually read the program. And once people start making changes that they get amazing benefits from, they will relate that back to Juice Plus. And they won't be quick to cancel, because they really appreciate the whole package and the whole service of what you give them. Because I promise you, it's going to be better service than they've ever had before in any other diet. They're going to get better results than they ever have before. And they're going to realize that they can sustain and maintain that. And they're going to enjoy that whole relationship that they have with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it comes back to, do you want this to be a business long term? Because if you do, that's what you need to start doing, and you need to implement this in straight away. It's great learning all this stuff every week, but if you're not actually taking action on the things you're learning, then you're going to stay in the same place. So after this call, I suggest every single one of you reach out to your customers and say to them, hey, I haven't touched base for a while. If that's something you haven't done, I would absolutely love to share with you or talk to you about your health goals, or where you're currently at. I'm implementing something new in my business, and I'd love you to trial it. Do something like that, and that's how you can bring it in. And start doing those calls all the time, because it is a very powerful thing. And I mean, a lot of people come to this program because they're fed up. They've tried so many different things. They've had lots of different stuff, worked on different things, or they've looked at lots of other programs. Maybe they've looked at Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig. Maybe they've gone to a gym and tried programs there. this is essentially to them another program, and we want it to be different. We want them to feel like it's something long-term, sustainable, a life change, which we always talk about. So we want to show them how they can do that. And if we're supporting with them along the way, then they're going to stay with you and they're going to keep on creating that change. And I know for me, one of my customers who's been with me for so long, she always texts me after the call just saying, oh my God, you're amazing. Thank you so much. It was so great just to talk to you about how I've been. We didn't even talk about the program or anything, it was just her connection to me and being able to do that. And I remember the first time I had a call with someone, they weren't able to do it for a couple of weeks, but they hadn't even found the program. They didn't even know where to find it. They weren't tech savvy with Facebook. So it was as simple as that for me to just go, hey, let's look for it together. Are you on your computer now? Or, take some notes, and it's in the file section. It's those simple things that, can make such a difference, because if that person didn't find that, the JBT program, and they kept going and I wasn't doing these calls, they wouldn't have even started the program. They would have just been taking the capsules or the, shakes or whatever they're on, and not enjoying the amazing recipes and program as well. So it is really just about touching base and finding what that customer or client needs from you and inside this program. Question. May I start your conversation? I'm doing everything I can, but I'm not going to. Did you, Kira, do you want to look at that last question, or do you want?
Yeah, we'll come back to that. You keep going with your customer service and we'll come back to that.
Okay, what else? People like to say their own idea, not being told. Yes, Brooke, I love that. It's so true. And we really, as health coaches, and I was doing this before I even studied health coaching. I was coaching, and then I thought, I better go and do my coaching certificate. But it's because we just genuinely create relationships. We want to help people, with their health, and help them find the answers. We have the answers inside us. All of us, we have the answers. We all know what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. So we're just prompting people to look a little deeper and find those answers, definitely. I'm seeing the recording later. Yeah, I think that's all those questions there. Kira, did you have any questions for me or want me to cover anything else?
Let me see. That's all. What I love is it's just so simple. There's not loads of steps to it. It's just that you're consistently doing that. And because of that, you have great retention, and no doubt down the track, if not already, you're going to have a lot of customers who are intrigued about the business because the whole process has been enjoyable. Have you had any customers ask you about the business or have joined the team who started as customers?
Yeah, absolutely. I had Naomi, actually, she's on the call now. She was actually a client of mine, and then I reached out to her about the product because I saw a video, and I genuinely came from a place of seeing that this could help change her life. And then a couple of weeks later, she's like, I want to know more about the business. Like, tell me more about that. So she came in that way. And then there was the girl on the shred. She had been with me probably 5 months, Bianca, and she was just like, I want to get involved. Even though she has an amazing job, loves what she does full time as well, she was just like, I want to share this. This is incredible. I want to share this with other people. So yes, I really believe if you support more, they definitely will see how it's done and want to share that with other people. And I've had referrals come through like that. And I've also had customers. I have a couple of customers that have come to me from other people, not inside of Freestyle, but that had, I think one was coming from overseas, whatever it was, they weren't being supported by their, person that they bought the product through, and they wanted to work with me and take the product through me because they could see what I was putting out there, and they reached out to me and asked about the program because we have an incredible program over anyone else. I believe that, and I really believe that I do offer above and beyond with my coaching around that as well. So I've been lucky enough to attract other customers in that weren't getting the support. So just think, guys, if you aren't supporting your customers, they may go elsewhere, and you have no control over that, because that's their choice. If they're not feeling supported or want to work with you, they don't have to. So, that's been quite...
A lot of people can do the blame, shame, and justify in that moment and be like, oh, how dare that person sign up my customer? But really, truthfully, you have to look inside and go, well, what could I do better? Why were they attracted to joining someone else? Because what didn't I deliver them? And then the other side of it, when I think about my raving fan customers, I've already got 2 orders this month where just literally my customers have reached out and said, oh, can you send me some more shakes? and I've already got their details and I just stick it through, and it's like the most effortless sale ever. And, you know, obviously contributes to volume, and yeah, it's just really cool when you create that ongoing relationship with your customers, because when they're looking to knuckle down on their health, because we all go through seasons. We go through seasons where, you know, it's Christmas or it's Easter or it's your birthday or you travel, and then when you come back, you get a little bit more focused just to get back on track. And in those moments, if you've always given them great care, they're not going to be attracted to the bright, shiny things that they see on Facebook. They're going to think of you and reach out to you. And order more product and get back into the program. So if you guys want to ask some questions while I just recap on a few things, I really loved how you said create your identity. And I think part of this is really niching yourself, because I do believe what you can do is you call it your customer as well as your team avatar. So you can sit down and really visualize and create a list of who you want to attract customer-wise, because there's no doubt that I really, really love helping mums get their mental health back, helping them get their bodies back, their health and vitality after having a baby, because babies take a lot from us to grow them. And no doubt Beck isn't in that area, and although she'd do an amazing job of it, and she probably still gets just as much joy out of it, even more so you would get joy out of the people who have perhaps been through some of the similar situations that you've had in your life recently. You get a lot of emotional revenue from being able to just share your story. You know, I know that for myself, I had postnatal depression. I truly believed to nutritional deficiency. And when I could share that with other moms, not from a health coach perspective, but just from a share your story and take an interest and care about someone and just say, I don't know whether it will help you, but this is what I found worked for me. So when you really think about what is my identity, who am I passionate about helping, who do I want to attract, business and customer wise, niche yourself, because it's far more effective than casting a broad net and trying to catch everyone. And you don't have to be that health coach to be able to do that. Who do you want to work with, visualize and track? Client, not customer. I love that, because a customer, when you think customer, you do think in and out. It's one transaction, they're in, they buy, and then they're gone. Whereas a client really is someone that you have long term. And so it really, sometimes it's those small shifts in verbiage that create a completely different psychological outcome for the customer or client, as well as yourself and how you treat that. So that is absolutely gold. I really, really love that. And I love that you can call it accountability session. It doesn't have to be a health coaching session. It's just a check-in. It can literally be 10 minutes, a 10-minute check-in. How are you going? Let's check in with your, and if you guys don't know, there's a 90-day survey that Juice Plus has put together that has very similar questions to Beck. So there's plenty of resources. Be resourceful, guys. I know that the leaders create a lot of content, but don't all go and inbox Beck, I'm going to be posting this recording. You can easily look it up and type it yourself and put your own feel into it. Okay. Sometimes you guys have to step up and do the work yourself and not just rely on us. And I do think that's when your business will really switch gears, when you're willing to step up and do that stuff. And yeah, that's kind of the stuff. So I'm sure you had some questions if you want to go ahead and answer those.
Yeah. Okay. Let's have a look. I'm just going back. Do I do customer care packs? Yes, I send customer care packs. I don't spend a lot of money on these because I don't believe we need to. I send I don't know if I have any just here, like a meal planner that I buy. I think I bought it from Cotton On or Kmart. They've all got them. They're about $5. And I send a little juicy, it's a watermelon keyring that I found that was $3 and some recipe cards. That is it. I don't send shakes. Sometimes I bring, if people don't, just touching on those calls, when you do those calls the second month, if they didn't order shakes at the start, you can bring them in that call and ask them what they're doing or how they're enjoying the product. And maybe there'll be a little chance in there to ask them if they want to try the shakes. And then you can send them out on the second time rather, and then it's another little bonus that they get. So yes, I do customer care packs, but I don't go above and beyond with that. I feel like my coaching calls are what I put my time and money and effort into. As for my coaching certificate, I did it through Integrative Nutrition. On my website, you can have a look there. I actually do mentoring for people that sign up through me at the health coaching place there. So you can have a look at that, foodfitnesswellness.com. And I think they're great because they're very broad. It's not too scientific. You go through loads of different diets, spirituality, relationships, coaching, especially, and setting up your business as well. So they're pretty amazing, and they're through America.
And I just want to add there, you don't have to, I just want to keep highlighting that there are many people in our business who are not in any relation at all in the health industry in any way, shape or form, who are kicking ass as much as Beck, as much as myself and Adam. You know, Brian and Fiona aren't in the health industry. Jackie isn't in the health industry. Erin isn't in the health industry. The majority of our team are not. So don't get caught up on, and don't start thinking that's the reason why you don't have the same success, because it really isn't. And you don't have to be an expert. And in fact, it works against Beck and it works against me, because I bet that some of you are on the call right now thinking, oh, that's why they're successful. And it's just simply not the case. So don't get hung up on that. If you're genuinely passionate about it, then it is an amazing industry. It is an amazing thing to do, but don't go and waste loads of time and energy focusing there thinking that it's going to change your business, because it won't.
Yeah, absolutely. And that answers the next question. Do you think it's beneficial? Look, I think it's something that if you are totally engrossed in learning more about health and nutrition, and it's something you want to do for yourself and long-term and a career thing, for sure, go for it. But you definitely don't need it in this business. And the girls in my team that are having amazing success and fast, and you heard from Caitlin last week, she is not a health coach. She is nowhere near a health coach. And she is just implementing everything she learned. She's following the system to a T. So it is a personal choice, and it's something you do for you, not for this business. Definitely not. Do you do all customer consults same day every month? So on that, Simone, I try to keep it around the same date, but sometimes they can't do that date. So what I'll do is just put a note in the calendar for that week. We all have the Apple calendars. We just use that. And I will touch base with them that week. I'll say to them on the call, hey, let's touch base in about 3 to 4 weeks. I'll find a time that suits you then. And just send them a message, a text, a Facebook, or whatever it is, and say, hey, it's that time of the month again. When can you fit that call in? But trying to keep it 3 to 4, because this product is a monthly thing. So if you can match that, yes, try and keep it on that date because it makes it easier. But if you put their order through and they don't start to the following week, then just count 3 or 4 days from there. Naomi, struggling financially, what would you suggest on how to overcome someone feeling like they just aren't getting anything out of it? I think with one of these, you can push it back and get their order to come out at a later stage. Kira, do you want to cover anything about financial struggles?
I think what she's saying is perhaps she's drop sell to like maybe a berry or something that's not as significant as the premium, so they're not feeling it. I honestly would say that you will get out of this what you put in, and I would say this person isn't putting the effort in. And this isn't a miracle pill, as I said, and if people are not willing to make actual changes, lifestyle changes, habit changes, and if, you know, the Juice Plus is not enough to undo all of the shit choices that we all make every day. I still make, you know, like I'm on coffee, I'm off coffee. I know that it's a bad choice for me. I know that my body doesn't respond well. I know that it irritates my nervous system, but do I still drink it? Yes. Am I still passionate about health? Yes. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't, right? And that's like, that's a small thing. I mean, people are eating, I haven't eaten McDonald's in years, but that is a part of people's weekly diet still, the general population, you know, amongst other things. And not to say I don't ever eat processed foods, because I have my indulgences too. But the reality is Juice Plus, it's like eating an extra salad a day. It's bridging that gap. It isn't going to undo people's crap choices. And if they're 30, 40, 50 years of age, they have 50 years of crap choices behind them. And it can't heal everything in once and make you amazing. So set people up for realistic expectations. If you're not willing to put into this, you're not going to gain much other than having that benefit of having a bit of extra in your body, which of course it wouldn't make sense to stop that, especially if you're not doing a great job in other areas.
Yeah, and I think bringing it back to the program, you know, why did they join in the first place? Why do they want the product in the first place? And then linking it back to that, that's good. What was the next one? How do you go about, How do you help or encourage team? Okay, so with the customer care, not just the packs. I think that, Rachel, this one comes back to why are they doing this business? You know, what is their vision long term? And do they want to create a business that helps other people, or are they just in it for, I think when you're really doing this from the right place, that's what creates success. And, you know, the customer care packs can be their thing. Maybe they can just send an email if they're really adamant about not getting on a phone call. Just send an email accountability every month. Say, hey, I'm going to touch base with you on a monthly, you know, and you can have it as a template and it just gets resent every month. And so I think it's coming back to why are they in this business? Do they care about helping people in the program? That's probably what would answer that.
And how do you go? And I just want to add to that. This business is their business. It's up to them what they want to do. And I think, you know, my first chat that I have with people is there is no expectation from me. This is my recommendation on how you would be successful. But it's your business. You do what you want. But if you're not being successful, I'm going to call you out on it. Have you been teachable? Did you take responsibility around that stuff? Because you said that you wanted this, but you're only willing to do this, and the two don't match up. So, you know, just being that leader where you're like, cool, it's your business, and let me know how you're going with that. But this is my recommendation. This is what I know will bring success, but it's your business. It's up to you.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great, Kira. I totally can get that. Yeah. So Rachel, I hope that helps. That's a good one. And how do we go about reaching out to people who I think this product would benefit? I come from a place of genuine interest in people's health. And if I think someone needs this product for whatever reason, I talk to them about it. And that reason I say, I've got this amazing nutritional support or whole foods program. And I think, you know, you were mentioning the other day about whatever it is, because if you're coming from a place, you're reaching out to someone that actually needs this because you're saying that they would benefit from it, come from that place of genuinely caring about whatever is going on in their life or in their body or whatever health concern they have, and say, I just couldn't help but think this would, you know, really help you with that. And just come from a genuine place, not trying to sell to them, and just lightly, softly approach it. If they say no, that's it. You've done your job. I think that's the best way to approach that. To be most successful recruitment post. I think when it comes to recruitment posting, I always change those words as well about team and recruitment. This isn't, we're not out there hunting people down. It's we're sharing this opportunity with people. So I always come from a place of sharing my story and sharing what I've been able to create, what I've been able to change. And if you aren't able to do that yet because you're new in the business, share someone else's story, share other people's visions and success, because there's plenty of stories out there, and share what you're excited about. And then you will attract that. And I think that's the best way to do that.
And can I just add to that, something that Beck does amazingly well, and you can share what your page is called, is that you have created, or you kind of have FOMO. So like Olivia Charlotte Measures, completely different theme that she has on hers, but you have FOMO watching her stuff unfold, and you want to be a part of that tribe. So you make it fun. You clearly have, you put across a culture that like-minded people would want to be a part of. So they may not understand the business, they may have no idea what it is, but they want to work with you because they see this beautiful community that you've created. And I think there's a distinct lack of community out there, and people are looking for that. And so that's, you know, I think the saying is your vibe attracts your tribe. So you have a very consistent theme to your vibe that you put out on social media, and that's attracting your tribe. If you're all over the place, and Olivia's the same way, Lauren, Berry, they're very consistent with the look and the message that they're putting out there. So they're niching that rather than trying to switch and change all the time. And it's like Jackie and Erin and myself, that Mummies on a Mission that we ran with for a long time, is that we really attract a lot of mums who want to be on that mission and a part of that culture, and who want to connect and have, you know, passionate, positive people to do business with. That's what we've attracted with that vibe that we've been consistent with.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm really passionate about living authentically, and I share my thoughts, my photos, my whatever is going on for me. I just share all that stuff. It's never just Juice Plus related. I don't do a lot of outside partying or, you know, adventuring and all that kind of, you know, things like other people do, like Olivia and all that. My thing is my realness, my authenticity, and I continue to share that and, you know, share that and inspire other people. And I always add value to people's lives. I never just post random stuff that doesn't relate to who I am or what I believe in. I stick to my true core. And I think once you find your identity and who you are and what you're about, then just share that. People are attracted to you because you're you. No one else is you. You're you. They say you're uniquely you. So if you can find that who you are and live your truth, people are very attracted to that. And that's just what I do. And I just continue to share all that stuff. And then I slot Juice Plus in there around that. Do I have any clients that don't do coaching calls? Yes, some people don't like to do them, and I would just touch base with them every now and then. There's nothing wrong with that. They're just too busy. They love the product. They don't have time for it. But majority of people do those calls, and it takes a little bit of time to get them on the calls, the busy ones. But I still just always follow up every month. Hey, it's that time of the month. Can we do your call this week, or is next week better? I know you're really busy. But there's nothing wrong with that. This is their journey. They can choose to, run with it however they like. As long as you've given them the option, then you've done the best you can there. If I have team that are not doing a lot, do you also reach down to their customers to include? No, I wish that I had spare time to do that. I think that's great. And unfortunately, that comes back to that person. We have an awesome group. And me personally and my team, we have our own little Juicy Body Transformation group because I felt like my customers weren't getting as much support as I wanted them to. So we created that, and I make sure that every single person in my team puts a post in there regularly. And this is something you guys could do. I guess that's up to you, Kira, but we often create recipes and share that and really try and inspire people in that group. Do people have, how does that work with yours?
Look, that's something that I am regularly asking people, please be a part of it. First of all, for your own mission, living the mission, like keep yourself accountable. For such a long time, it almost became like at one stage we had, I think, about 6,000 or 7,000 people in the Juicy Body Transformation Program. This was before the shred. And what I felt was not everyone, but the majority of team were thinking they could just put everyone in the page. And I was like the customer service person. And so I was the only one answering questions. I was the only one dealing with neg ferrets on the page, even when people were in there and can see it was their customer. And it got extremely overwhelming. So you guys have responsibility. Yes, we have this amazing program, but that is a blessing, not a given. Do not take advantage of that. Be appreciative of it and do the work yourself to look after your customers. And please, if you make a recipe, photograph it, inspire, share with the people in the group, because the more you can inspire everyone's change, the more we're going to have great word out there about the program, and the better results your customers are going to get. And everyone's going to be saying great things about JBT, and it's going to help everyone's business. And it doesn't become overwhelming for the leaders, who are the only ones that still really seem to consistently interact in those groups. So please, guys, be a part of it. And take responsibility that it's there for your customers too. So add some value by just simply once a week. Imagine if everyone once a week added some value, whether it's a Food Matters post that you loved, that resonated with you, and all you did was share it. I mean, there's easy ways to do it where you don't have to create a meal and be a food photographer to add value into the program.
Yeah, and that's what I guess what we did. I said to everyone, I said, you guys have to, these are your customers and your clients. You must be putting stuff in there regularly. We all should be contributing, because it's better coming from a bunch of people who are giving accountability and motivating. And those images that you take, you can then share on your own personal page, and people can see that you genuinely love the program and live the mission as well. So that's powerful. You can double use it there. Those recipe cards, I do Vistaprint. There are links in Freestyle. I've created some more of those, so I can add those in there. They're amazing. You can put them all sorts of different places. So definitely get some of those if you can.
And it's so easy as you're placing the order, because I'm like, I hate going to the post office, and I don't want to have to think about it later. So as I'm placing the order, I write their name and address on the envelope and then pop them in there. And then I know once I've got a few, I go to the post office and send them, and that's my customer care done. I mean, I don't even have all the other beautiful things that you guys are creating, but I feel like they're so beautiful and they're such high quality that people won't throw them out, and they really appreciate them.
That's a good question, Rachel, about doing the customer calls and they're not getting the results. I find that really hard to believe when people say they're not getting results when they're following the program consistently and taking the product, because it changes everybody. And unless they're only a week in and they haven't seen any changes yet, then I think there's somewhere they're not telling you accurately what they're doing. I don't know. Do you think, Kira?
Yeah, I completely agree. It comes back to them taking responsibility for their own health. We can't do that for them. The program's there. The product is amazing if they take it consistently. And, you know, like, I think creating that expectation from day one and what it is that they want to achieve, and keep them accountable along the way. Are they taking the product properly? How many recipes have you been able to try? Have you read the program? Have you taken your before and afters? Are you sleeping better? Are you pooping better? Do you have more clarity? I mean, there's so many things that you can touch on. And honestly, there is no way that if they seriously read the program and made some changes and they took the product every day, there is no way that they wouldn't receive any benefits at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it might even be delving deeper and finding those little things like, oh, what about you? And they're asking those questions because there's got to be something in there that's changed. Any suggestions when you reach out to clients, checking in, loving on, and send questionnaires? I think this comes back, Joanne. You can't pressure people. If they don't want to do it, they don't want to do it. And you can love on people too much. So doing your bit at the start and really reaching out to them, showing them that you're there for them. If they don't want to be a part of it, that is their choice. That's their journey. Let it go in that sense, because you can't, there's only so much you can do around that. How do you persuade a client to take the caps correctly when they're getting not the results they want and they admit? That again comes back to them owning their own story and journey. If they don't want to take it and they're not getting the results they want, then you can't do anything about it. You cannot handhold people through that. We Are the Movement was the first time I heard about you. Just touching on that, I created We Are the Movement for my team, and this might be something that you want to do with your own team, is maybe have a little hashtag or something, because I wanted my team to feel like they were part of something amazing, which they are, but created a little bit of a culture and community, like Kira said before. People want to be part of something magic and something like that, and that's what I did. And it's great that someone's seen it, because I had a mission to get out there and show everybody what we were doing, and that was what I created, We Are the Movement, so that people could really see what was going on and what we were doing, and that people, when they join to be involved in that. So maybe that's something that you and your team, even if it's a small team, create a little hashtag, a fun hashtag that you guys, it creates curiosity. People want to know what the movement is, or, you know, whatever you guys call yourself. And then they want to join because they're like, what is this? What is everybody up to? Why is everyone talking about this? So that's a little bit of fun there. Questionnaire. Kira, where can they find the JP questionnaire?
Perhaps asking Freestyle, someone will have it. It's probably been taken off the virtual office because it's not used anymore, but it used to be part of a program that they did. But it has really great questions to ask that Juice Plus can really help with, that people may not realise that that's changed if you don't bring it to their attention.
Yeah, and that comes back to that question before, because people don't realise that it's actually having an effect on the real basic things there. How many recipes do I send? Honestly, it depends. Maybe 4 or 5, whatever I've got at that time, I'll send them out. Is it okay to share recipes that aren't from the JBT guide in the group? What do you think?
Absolutely. Yeah. Ask yourself though, guys, because occasionally I cringe a bit accepting some posts that people have shared because they're not in line with our philosophy all the time. You know, we really do believe in a low grain, low dairy diet, and if you have no idea why, then perhaps you need to go and read the program or watch some of the links that we've put together. Brooke suggested that I do a team training on the program, and I think that's an amazing suggestion, because I've taken you guys through the starter guides and the scripts, but I haven't taken you on a journey through the program. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to record that because that'll be valuable for everyone joining. So we'll do it just for team. So I might make that on this link next Tuesday. I may have to make it 10 a.m. though. So just look out in Team Freestyle, because we do have our Blitz Day next week as well. So that is also on the Tuesday.
Awesome. I think that's all. And I got to run in 5 because I actually have a client call for Juice Plus.
Awesome. Well, I'm so grateful grateful for your time. I think everyone's going to be super grateful for your time. I've recorded so you can share with all your teams. There was so much gold there, Beck, and it's always exciting when you're linking arms with people who bring so much value and they're willing to inspire and help others too. And I truly believe that open, grateful, gracious approach to this business where you're willing to help and inspire and share, I truly believe that you attract more of that back to you. The more you give, the more you receive. So I think that is obviously a part of your huge success. And we really, really appreciate you jumping on today and sharing. So thank you so much, Gold.
Thank you so much for having me. I really love sharing. So I hope it was inspiring for everyone.
So valuable. Even for me, I'm going to be stealing some of your stuff, but I'll let everyone know I've stolen it from you. All right, I'm going to stop recording.